This is Dead or Alive 5, or Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, something along those lines. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. So what are we getting here on Xbox Series X? Well, it's 1080p, 60 FPS, auto HDR, and you can play this game kind of a couple different ways. There's like a free-to-play component where you get like some core fighters for some quick modes, and then there's like the full version of the game that's got all the different fighters, some extra stuff, and all of the modes in the game. Because there's like story content, there's multiplayer competitive content, there's quick play, time trials, stuff like that, all the typical fighting modes that you would sort of expect out of a fighting game that was, relatively in the modern era. This is quite a few years old at this point, but I still think it looks relatively quite good. I mean, the Dead or Alive games always had a very nice, visual presentation. They were always very technically impressive, and I think this one is, of course, just another entry in the series that continues to do that sort of thing. It's got a cool fighting style to it, fun costumes, neat designs, a plethora of different characters. It's actually like a really large roster in this game. It feels competitive, it feels good, it was really fun to play. A wide range of different environments and stages and stuff to fight in, and then of course the signature battling off into another area if you get pushed off the stage and stuff, which was always really, really cool. So yeah, this one really felt, I guess you would say, kind of like immersive in regards to it kind of being a combative world that flows and changes. And of course the character designs, just absolutely stunning as always. I mean, it's Dead or Alive, you kind of, if you're familiar with the franchise, you sort of at this point I think really know what you're getting when you jump into these games, and it's a great time, and it's a very aesthetically pleasing time. They don't hold back on the costume designs, and this one had tons and tons, so that was really interesting, and it was a neat concept to kind of take it in this direction, because this was coming from the previous gen, and then this was like an upgraded kind of version of it, which was interesting. And then they did the whole kind of free to start sort of angle to the game, and I always thought that was kind of interesting and whatnot. And then of course we got Dead or Alive 6 afterwards, and now we're kind of waiting to see what comes next. But if I had to take a guess, I don't think a new Dead or Alive is too far off. There's always going to be another entry in this fighting series. It's just great. So yeah, when it comes to the visuals, I mean, obviously being like 1080p, it does look a bit, kind of jagged at this point, if that makes sense. Like, I still think it does visually look quite good, but that sharpness and stuff that I'm sort of used to from, the later entry, from some of the upgraded original Xbox titles in the Dead or Alive franchise, those ones look really, really sharp, really, really clean. So this one, is kind of a middle ground, because there's, Dead or Alive 4, which didn't get that, and that one looks really, really jagged, technically quite impressive. All of them really do kind of actually showcase Xbox hardware for their different eras in impressive ways. But I'm mostly saying it's like, it's a middle ground between, that element of like 360 era, really, really jagged, and then like, it looks somewhat sharp, but it's not as sharp as we've seen with the higher resolution offerings that this franchise has been able to provide across a number of different options and offerings within the series. And it's kind of neat, because this is the last one as of recording this, so I've actually completed the Dead or Alive franchise, and I think it's truly unique that basically I can't think of anything else fighter-wise that has the entire series playable on a single console platform. The entire Dead or Alive franchise, 1 through 6, are all playable on Series X. And I think that is incredible. It really is. Seriously, I'm struggling to sit there and think of anything, that maybe hasn't been achieved through collections that's available all at once on the platform. It's really, really impressive, and I think it's awesome that the series, is available like this, because I really do feel that these different entries that have come out over the years, the many, many years of the platform existing, the ecosystem existing, that you kind of get a technical showcase of something that is very visually impressive for its era, and you get to see that progressional change over time. It really is quite a cool sort of thing and a great journey. But I don't really have any more details to provide. I mean, it's a well-rounded fighting game, a bunch of different modes, lots of different character options. It was a neat try of something different in regards to how people access, the game, accessibility-wise, for, that free-to-play angle, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's Dead or Alive at its core, and get out there and get ready to fight!
handle this!
Get ready, fight! KO! Get ready, fight! Winner!
This is Mugen Tenshin! I am ready.
Get ready, fight!
Sorry.
KO! Get ready, fight! KO!
I am ready.
Get ready, fight! KO! Get ready, fight! KO! Get ready, fight!
Let's go.
I can't avoid this fight.
Get ready, fight!